Hello students, myself Dr. Ruhi. I welcome you all for my today's class. So today we are going to start a new topic, Stana Rogas or the diseases of the breast. So in our previous classes we have completed the anatomy of female reproductive system, especially the female reproductive organs. We have covered the external genital organs, internal genital organs, and accessory reproductive organs. So in the accessory reproductive organs we have covered about the breast, the anatomy of the breast. Like the breast tissue is made up of lactiferous duct, connective tissue, muscle fibers, glandular lobes, acini, etc., and with blood supply, a good number of blood supply and nerve supply. So we have already covered anatomy of the breast in detail in our previous classes. So today let us start about the diseases of the breast as per Ayurveda. What are the sthana rogas? So we are going to start today. So this topic, comes under Shalya, that is a surgery sometimes, and sometimes they mention it under gynecology because it is concerned with the female organs. So some people say it comes under gynecology, but as the main treatment of the breast disorders in modern comes under the surgical part. So nowadays the detail about breast disorders in modern comes under the Shalya or the surgery. But in Ayurvedic classics, as it is concerned with the woman, as it, as it is concerned with the woman, so it is described under the heading of under the gynecology. In the gynecological books it is mentioned. The only disease which is mentioned in Ayurveda or in the Ayurveda classics is only one disease they have mentioned, which is the Stana Vidradi or the breast abscess. So only one disease they have mentioned related with the sthanas in Ayurveda. But they have mentioned that the breasts are also the seats of all types of shothas, that is the inflammation, that is the ulcers, granthis, and arbudas. So detail about the etiology, clinical features, and treatment of all these conditions is similar as described for these diseases of any other body parts. So these like shothas, vranas, granthi, arbudas, this comes under Shalya Tantra. So in Shushru Samhita you will find the detailed description about all these things, how the inflammations are, how the ulcers, different types of ulcers, different types of granthis, different types of arbudas. So they have classified all these in detail. So likewise these can occur in any part of the body. Similarly these vranas, shothas, granthis, arbudas can also occur on the breast or on the sthana. So their treatment is to be considered similar. Though the breast abscess are also similar to the external abscess or the vidradi, yet there is slight difference in the line of treatment. Probably due to this reason, in Shushru Samhita, Madhav Nidana, and Bhava Prakasha, a disease with the name of Stana Rogas, that is the disorders of breast, is described. See, the lakshanas are same as that of other vidradi or the vidradi of other parts of the body, but as it occurs on the breast, which is a sensitive part, that's why in Sushru Samhita, Madhav Nidan, and Bhava Prakasha, disease is mentioned with the name of Stana Rogas. In Vagbhata also, a short description of breast abscess along with the general external abscesses is available. However, in Charaka Samhita, basically which is a book of medicine, this surgical disease is not referred. So Sushruta has not given the detailed description because he has considered this as a Shalya Vyadhi, that means it is a surgical disease. But a short description of abscess is available in Sushru Samhita. Kashyapa has described a disease with the name of Sthana Vajra or Sthana Kilaka. Kashyap Samhita, they have mentioned a disease by the name of Sthana Kilaka, also called as Sthana Vajra, because it is caused by the consumption of Sthana Vajra or Vajra. So it is also called as Sthana Vajra or Sthana Kilaka instead of Sthana Vidradi. So Kashyapa has not mentioned Sthana Vidradi, but instead of that he has given a disease by name Sthana Kilaka or Sthana Vajra. Except difference in the Nidana and the Lakshanas, Sthana Kilaka and Sthana Rogas or Sthana Vidradi are identical. So only the difference in the Kashyapa's Sthana Kilaka and Sthana Vidradi or Sthana Rogas of other authors is that there is only the difference in the Nidana and the Lakshanas, but all other things are identical. Hence, in order to have a comprehensive knowledge of this disease, the subject available in all the Ayurvedic classics are covered in the Stanaroga chapter. So here they have covered the Stanavidradi and Stanakilaka, or all the references you will get in different Samhitas. They have gathered here, and together they have mentioned in the by the heading of Stanaroga. So in the Stanarogas, you are going to deal with the different Stanavidradis mentioned by different acharyas, and the Stanakilaka, which is mentioned by Kashyapa, their sign and symptoms, their types, and their chikitsa. So first point what they have mentioned is कन्याओं में स्तन रोग ना होना एवं बाद में होने का कारण, that is the cause of absence or presence of breast disorders in virgins and others. So they say that in virgins or in the kanyas, there is a word in Ayurveda that is a kanya, they will not suffer from the stana rogas. And what is the reason they have mentioned is, there is one quotation mentioned by Sushruta. This quotation is important. Dhamanyah samvrutadwarah कन्यानां स्तना संश्रिताः दोषावसितरणात् तासां न भवति स्तनमायाः तासामेव प्रजातानां गर्भिणीनां च ताः पुनः स्वभावदेव विवृताः जायन्ते संभवात्यतः. That is, they have mentioned that because of the samvrana, dhamani samvrta dwara, there is one term, dhamani samvrta dwara. That means, first of all, let me say how we will define kanya. The Dalhana commentator gives the definition of kanya. He has mentioned that kanya naam asambhuta garbhanam strinam ityartah. Asambhuta garbhanam strinam atyartah. So how we will say it kanya? What is the exact meaning of kanya? The Dalhan commentator he explained it in his commentary. He says that to which ladies we can call as kanya? The ladies who have never become pregnant. So ladies who have never become pregnant, those ladies are called as kanyas. Okay, so in kanyas there are less chances of developing stana rogas. Why? Because the reason they mention is dhamanyah samvrta dwara, that is the constrictions or the narrowness of the dhamanis of breast of young girls who have never conceived. The dosha do not travel or spread there. Dosha avasitarana tasam na bhavati stanamayah. That means due to constriction or narrowness of dhamanis of breast of young girls who have never conceived, the doshas do not travel or spread there. Thus, the girl do not suffer from the breast disorders. Thus, the girls do not suffer from the breast disorder. This is the meaning of first line. But in the second line, they says, तासामेव प्रजातानां गर्भिणीनां च ताः पुनः स्वभावदेव विवृता जायन्ते संभवत्यः. That means there are two terms they have mentioned again here, prajatanam and garbhininam. Prajata is a lady in puerperal stage or puerperal lady. Garbhini is a pregnant woman. So in Prajata and Garbhini, what happens is Vivruta. Vivruta is the dilatation. So due to the natural dilatation of orifices of these dhamanis of breast in pregnant and in the puerperal woman, the doshas can reach there. Doshas can reach the stanas easily, and thus they are susceptible for stana rogas or breast disorders. So kanyas are less prone to have breast disorders because of the samvrta dwara of dhamanis. The doshas cannot travel or spread into the stanas, whereas in the prajata and garbhinis, that is in the puerperal lady and the pregnant ladies, the doshas can reach easily because of the natural dilatation of the orifices of these dhamanis, and thus they are more susceptible to get breast disorders. Whereas Bhagbhata is mentioned like this in the another quotation. He says that एवमेव स्तनशिराः विवृताः प्राप्य योषितां सूतानां गर्भिणीनां वा नाडीनां सूक्ष्मवक्त्रवात् कन्यानां तु न जायते. So almost Vagbhata gives similar description, have used the word siras and nadis in place of dhamanis respectively for pregnant and puerperal women and girls. So he has used the term sira nadi instead of dhamanis. Sira he has used for the pregnant ladies and Nadi is used for the purpureal ladies. So he says almost similar description is mentioned here. He also says the same thing, that in girls there are less chances of having breast disorders, and the term what he uses is nadi nam sukshma vaktravat kanyanam. Sukshma is the minuteness or narrowness of the dhamanis or the nadis in kanyas, again in the girls. So sukshma vaktra means the small or the small passages of the nadis, or the small opening of the nadis of the sthanas. The doshas cannot enter in them, unlike in the Sutinam, Sutanam and Garbhinam. Suta again is a Sutika, that is a purpureal lady. Garbhini is again the pregnant lady. Vivritam means in them the dilatation of the nadis and shiras of the breast will be there. Sthana Shira Vivruta. Sthana Shiras are Vivrita, dilated in these Sutanam and Garbhinam. That's why they are prone to get disorders, whereas in Kanya, nadis are Sukshma. That's why they are having less chances to develop the sthana rogas. But in modern, this is not practically possible, because in practice we have seen that even girls, even virgins can get the breast disorders because of trauma. Like trauma, if there is any traumatic inflammation followed by suppuration, in them also, in girls also, they can get breast abscess or breast disorders, but in them less chances will be there. Whereas in the pregnant ladies and purpureal ladies, because of the hyperemia and activation of the ducts, which can be referred to as dilatation of the dhamanis or shiras, or constriction of the dhamanis or nadis in the purpureal woman or in the virgins. So you can say that because of the hyperemia in the pregnant ladies and in the purpureal ladies, there are more chances of inflammation and suppuration, leading to the high incidence of breast abscess in lactating mothers. Whereas in the girls there are less chances, but sometimes the breast abscess can occur followed by any trauma. If there is any trauma, it leads to inflammation and suppuration, which can produce as breast abscess in the virgins also in practice. In the second point, they mention Stanakila Vyadhi se Rakshit Dhatri. Dhatri or wet nurse. Dhatri means a lady who feeds the baby or the infant. So those are called as Dhatris. In olden days, they used to appoint a Dhatri to feed a child. Dhatri is a wet nurse. So what are the qualities of Dhatris? So the wet nurse who consumes the Pathya Ahara and high quality of food and is highly cared, fondled and nourished and lives in a high quality house, she does not suffer from any sthana rogas. That means if she takes care of herself properly, and if she takes Shrestha and Hitakar Ahara, then less chances of her to get suffered from the sthana rogas. Since the cause of sthana kilaka is ingestion of vajra. Vajra is a hard, non-eatable stone, hairs, etc. items. So in the condition, if she is following all the rules and regulations of the food, she is maintaining the proper cleanliness, etc., then she is unable to ingest that vajra, then she is protected from the sthana rogas. So coming to next point, that is a classification of sthana rogas and sthana vidradis. Classification. Different acharyas have mentioned different types of sthana rogas or sthana vidradis. So first, coming to the first, Sushruta. So what Sushruta has mentioned, see here in the quotation he has mentioned, पंचनाम अपि तेषां तु हित्वा शोणित विद्रधिं. बाह्य विद्रधि लक्षणाः mentioned by both Vagbhatas. So Sushruta says that whatsoever causes or movements of doshas are described for the vidradhi in general, or for the abscess in general, same causes, that is due to vata, pitta, kapha, sannipataja and abhigataja, are responsible for the breast disorders or sthana vidradhis also. But he further says that abscess due to rakta means raktaja vidradhi all except that all other 5 types of vidradis which can occur on any other part of the body can also occur on the breast. Usually, as per Sushruta, he has mentioned 6 types, but he mentioned that only 5 types can occur in the sthanas. Those are Vataja Vidradi, Pittaja Vidradi, Kafaja, Sannipataja and Abhigataja. So these 5 types of sthana vidradis or sthana rogas are mentioned by Sushruta. Just like all other vidradis, here also it can occur the same 5 types, but except the Raktaja vidradis mentioned by Sushruta. Whereas Vagbhata says that Vagbhatas have mentioned the clinical features of breast abscess are same as that of any other type of external vidradi and are of 6 types. Vagbhata have mentioned they are of 6 types. Vagbhatas have added the Raktaja vidradi because Sushruta has not added Raktaja vidradi, but Vagbhatas they have added Raktaja vidradi and Abhigataja. So according to Vagbhata, 6 types of sthana rogas or sthana vidradis are there: Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Sannipataja, Raktaja and Abhigataja. So according to Vagbhata, 6 types. According to Sushruta, 5 types. So Sushruta has skipped Raktaja, whereas Vagbhata they have included Raktaja vidradi. Kashyapa has not given any classification of sthana kilaka. However, he has described clinical features of sthana kilaka due to Vata, Pitta and Kapha. So as such, he has not given the types, but while describing the sthana kilaka, he has mentioned the lakshanas of Vataja, Pittaja and Kaphaja. So we can consider, according to Kashyapa, there are 3 types of sthana kilaka: Vataja, Pittaja and Kaphaja. Madhav Nidana, Sharangadhar, Bhava Prakash and Yoga Ratnakara, they have also mentioned the 5 types just like Sushruta, but in place of Abhigataja they have used the word Shataja or Agantuja have been used in Sharangadhar Samhita. Sharangadhar has mentioned Shataja Stanarogas and Bhava Prakasha has mentioned Agantuja in place of Abhigataja. In Bhava Prakasha, further explanation is given that Agantuja breast disorders develop due to the trauma or foreign body. Absence due to Rakta is a specific nature of disease. So they have not considered, they have followed Sushruta and they have not considered Raktaja Vidradi or Raktaja Stanarogas. But they have named it separately. Abhigataja, instead of Abhigataja, they have named it as Shataja and Agantuja. So as per Sushruta, 5 types: Vataja, Pittaja, Kaphaja, Sannipataja and Abhigataja. As per Vagbhata, 6 types: Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Sannipataja, Abhigataja plus Raktaja. And as per others, they are 5 types, but instead of Abhigataja, they have mentioned Shataja and Agantuja. And as per Kashyapa, as such, he has not classified, but while mentioning the class Lakshanas, he has mentioned 3 types: Vataja, Pittaja, Kaphaja, Sthana Kilakas. So coming to the next point, it's about the Hetu, Samprapti and Samanya Lakshanas of Sthana Rogas. So Sushruta and Vagbhatas have given quotation, Sushruta's quotation, and Kashyapa has also mentioned. So coming to the Sushruta's quotation, quotation is important. Sa shirau vapya dugdau prapya doshah sthanau striyah raktam mamsam cha sandushya rogaya kalpate panchanaam api तेषान्तु हित्वा शोणितविद्रधिं लक्षणानि समानानि बाह्यविद्रधि लक्षणैः. This is mentioned by Sushruta. Whereas Vagbhata is mentioned like this: एवमेव स्तनशिरः विवृतः प्राप्य योषितां सूतानां गर्भिणीनां वा सम्भवेत् श्वयथुर्घनः स्तने सदुग्धौ वा दुग्धे वा बाह्यविद्रधि लक्षणाः. Then according to Kashyapa, he has mentioned the Nidana of Sthana Kilaka like this: Sahannapanena yada dhatrim vajram samashnute pacyamanena pakena hyana natvanna pachyate apachyamanam viklinnam vayuna samudiriyatam rasena saha samproktam yati स्तनवाः शिरः सर्वस्रोतांसि हि स्त्रीणां विवृतानि विशेषः तत्पयोधारम् असाध्यं क्षिप्रं विकृते स्त्रियः. This is mentioned by Kashyapa. So this is important, Nidanas of Sanakilaka. So coming to the meaning of one by one, the meaning of each quotation. In the first quotation, Sushruta has mentioned that Doshas vitiated due to their specific causes or causes described under abscess in general. So you have to consider the swadosha karanas or as well as the karanas which are mentioned for the vidradis in general. Whichever the nidanas are mentioned for the vidradi, those you have to consider here, or else you have to take the specific dosha vardaka nidanas here. So because of the consumption of the specific causes which increases the doshas specifically, or the causes which are mentioned for the abscess in general, doshas getting vitiated and they reach the breast. So doshas are getting vitiated and they reach the breast, especially in the dilated shiras of breast of lactating or non-lactating women. See, they have mentioned a term here, no? Sa shiro vapya dugdova prapta doshaha stanau sriyaha. Sa shiro vapya dugdo, that means with milk or without milk. With milk or without milk, that means the breast are with milk, the siras, dilated siras of breast of lactating as well as the non-lactating women. Sashira means the lactating woman, ashira is non-lactating women. So the vitiated doshas enters or reaches the dilated siras of breast of lactating or non-lactating women, vitiates rakta and mamsa. They vitiates rakta and mamsa and thus produces a heart swelling which is characterized by the features of 5 types of external abscesses or the bahya vidradi. So, and they produces a heart swelling, and this is the nidana of sthana rogas. So the nidana is doshas vitiated because of swakaranas or vidradi karanas reaches the stanas or the breast, and then especially the vivrita shiras or the manis of the sashira ava dugda, that means lactating or non-lactating women. That is, lactating means purpural woman you have to consider here, non-lactating is the pregnant lady. Okay, then that vitiates the rakta and mamsa, producing a heart swelling which is called as the which is having the lakshanas as that of the other vidradis, is called as the sthana rogas or the sthana vidradis. Dalhana says that the non-lactating and lactating words refers to pregnant and delivered women respectively. Non-lactating is a pregnant woman, okay, and the lactating is the woman who has delivered, that means in the puerperal lady or the lactating mother. So if the milk is not expressed out from the engorged breast, then the doshas compressed by this milk gets vitiated and produces more breast disorders. Aruna Datta has explained that the doshas vitiated due to use of stale food and other factors aggravating the rakta as referred under inflammation in relation to the abscess influences the skin and marms of the breast and produces the abscess. So causes described for abscess in general are as follows. General causes or the general nidana of vidradi you can take here. So there they have mentioned general nidanas like use of stale, excessive hot, dry food, atiushna, rukshahara, and especially the food which produces the burning sensation or daha causing vidahi ahara, slipping over uneven bed, abnormal lacts or other factors which aggravates the rakta. So rakta vardhaka nidana they have mentioned here. So the rakta is vitiated and produces the inflammation. So these are the common nidanas of vidradi which can be applied in cases of stana vidradi also. Then coming to the Kashyap's point, Kashyapa says that when a wet nurse swallows the vajra, so specific nidana mentioned by Kashyapa is by the consumption of vajra, woman gets Tanakhilaka problem. So vajra, what do you mean by vajra here? There is one definition of vajra mentioned by Kashyapa. He says that Trinam Keetam Tusham Shukam Makshikam Malashtakam Kesha Urna Astheyadikam Vidyat Vajramityo Pacharataha. Here they have mentioned here this quotation. Trinam Keetam Tusham Shukam Makshikam Malashtakam. So he has mentioned this. All these items are called as Vajra. Kashyapa says that when a woman swallows the Vajra is nothing but the pieces of grass, straw, insects, chaff of grains, bristle, fly, piece of stone, hair, wool or bone. So all these atoms are togetherly called as Vajra. So when a wet nurse is a lady who is feeding a child, or Dhatri or the wet nurse, when swallows these all atoms which are togetherly called as Vajra, then this Vajra, which is neither pre-digested nor digested or metabolized, gets moistened and is expelled or the propelled by the Vayu along with Rasa. It reaches the milk carrying channels of the breast, and due to the dilatation of the srotases, especially the milk carrying srotases, this Vajra reaches the breast and produces the abnormality immediately. This is mentioned by Kashyapa. So in the quotation, the words which words he has used is Saha Annapanina Yada Dhatri Vajram Samashnute. That means if a lady consumes Vajra, Pachamanina Pakena Hyatvan Apachate. That means this Vajra being Apachamana and Viklina, it is not digested and moistened. Then along with the Vata, Vayuna Samudirayat, it is propelled by the Vayu, reaches the Rasavaha Siras. Rasena Saha Sanyukta Yati Stanavaha Siraha. So along with the Rasa, it reaches the Stanyavaha Shiras, and then it leads to the Vivruta. Sarvasrotansi hi strinam vivrutani visheshaha tat payodharam asatyam shipram kurute striyaha. So it causes the vivruta of the sthana margas and produces a disease called as sthana vajrat. So sthana kilaka. So the main nidana as of sthana kilaka vyadhi is nothing but consumption of sthana vajra by a dhatri or a wet nurse. And here he has mentioned general nidanas or general clinical features of sthana kilaka or of a woman having ingested vajra. So when a woman ingested vajra, then what are the symptoms? Pita vajra stri ke lakshan. So if a woman who has consumed vajra, the following symptoms will be there. The woman suffers from indigestion, ajirnam, arati, uneasiness, languor, glani, pain without any specific causes, nimittam, nirantaram vedanam, vyatha ruchi, that is anorexia, and severe pain in the joints, parva bheda anga mardacha, shirorug, shwayathu graha, that is body ache, headaches, kapha utklesha, jwara, trishna, vid bhedo, mutra sangaha. So burning sensation in the eyes or sneezing, and stiffness of body, erections of mucus, and fever, thirst, diarrhea, and retention of urine will be there. That is thamba, sravascha, kuchayoho, shirajalena santata, shodha, shula, ruja, daha, sthanaha, srishtam na shakyate. So what he mentioned is, in the last quotation he mentions that kilavat kathina angeshu badhanena hi tishtati. So and the specific local symptoms along, these are all the general symptoms like body ache, headache, burning sensation in the eyes, fever, diarrhea, daha, retention of urine and all. But specific, the localized symptoms he has mentioned, in the breast stiffness will be there, discharges will be there, and inflammation, severe pain and burning sensation are present in the breast, and it looks like a sirajala. He has used a term sirajala santataha. Sirajala means a net of vessels appears all around the breast. A net of vessels appears all around the breast, sirajala, and these become highly tender. Highly tender means very painful on touch. The wise physician called this disease as a sthana kilaka because it persists like a hard wedge troubling the body part. Like last quotation, in the last line he has used, this is the definition of sthana kilaka. Kilavat kathino angeshu badhamane hi tishtanti. Because it troubles the body just like a keela, that's why it is called as sthana kilaka. It's very hard, it troubles the body just like a keela, that's why it is called as a sthana kilaka. So these are the symptoms of the pita vajra lady, or general symptoms of sthana kilaka. Now coming to the specific symptoms of each variety of sthana vidradhi, one by one, vataja, pittaja, kaphaja, etc. So specific clinical features of all types of breast abscesses. All the authors have mentioned the clinical features of breast abscesses are the same as described for external abscesses, except Vagbhata. Others have mentioned that abscesses due to Rakta does not develop in breast. However, Vagbhata has accepted its presence. To have a comprehensive knowledge of the subject, clinical features of external abscesses are mentioned here. Stanakilaka is also accepted as a breast abscess, hence its clinical features are also given here. So first coming to the Vataja Stana Vidruddhi Lakshanas. Here's a quotation mentioned by Sushruta goes like this: Krishno Aruna va Parusho भृशमित्यर्थवेदनं चिरौत्थानप्रपाकश्च विद्रधिर वातसंभवः. So here certain lakshanas are mentioned. Sushruta says that abscess due to vata is black. It's black. Krishna, Aruna, reddish in color. It's hard. Parusham, Bhrisham, Atyartha Vedana. It's stiff, rough, and associated with very severe pain. Atyartha Vedana. And has very unusual or different types of beginnings, means it can start anytime. Unusual beginnings, swellings and suppuration. So different types of beginnings, swellings and suppurations will be there. And after bursting, when it burst open, abscess means some after paka it burst opens, so after bursting thin discharges comes out from it. Chirauthana Prapakascha Vidradhir Vata Sambhava is mentioned by Sushruta, whereas Vagbhata says that this abscess is extremely painful, blackish, reddish in color, develops and suppurates very slowly and is abnormally situated in uneven or places, increases, decreases alternatively. That means sometimes it increases, sometimes it decreases, and is associated with feeling of piercing, tearing, different types of pains, giddiness, flatulence, pulsations over the abscess or oozing. It spreads wide base and has a sound depressed feeling of sound. All these Vata Lakshanas are present. Kashyapa says that the Stanakilaka due to Vata increases very fast. Kashyapa has mentioned that only one line quotation he has mentioned, that is Vata Dashu Vivartate or Vivardate. That's it. Vata Dashu Vivardate or Vivartate. That means Stanakilaka due to Vata increases very fast. That means it increases very fast. That's the only Lakshana mentioned by Kashyapa. Whereas other authors like Madhav Nidana, Bhav Prakasha, Yoga Ratnakara, they have mentioned similar description to that of Sushruta. However, in the commentary of Bhav Prakasha, they have mentioned that it increases and decreases alternatively and develops or suppurates very slowly. So it develops slow and suppurates very slowly. It takes time, as mentioned by Bhav Prakasha commentator. So Vayu has a quality of irregular rather than the slow action. Thus the description of Sushruta about unusual beginning is more logical than very slow development by Vagbhata. So these are the Lakshanas of Vataja Stana Vidradhi. Then coming to Pittaja Stana Vidradhi Lakshanas. Pakvo Udumbara Sankashaha Shavo Va Jwara Dahavan Shiprothana Prapakascha Vidradhihi Pitta Sambhavaha. पीतस्रावः रक्ता ताम्रा सीता पित्त तृणमोह ज्वर दाहवान् क्षिप्र उत्थान प्रपाकश्च. And according to Kashyapa, एषा पित्तात्मनः शीघ्रं पाकं भेदं च गच्छति. So Sushruta says that this abscess resembles pakwa udumbara, just like a ripe fruit of a udumbara in shape and as well as in color. It is blackish, associated with jwara, fever, daha, burning sensation, and has sudden onset and suppurates quickly. Shipram prapaka, they have used the word Shipram prapaka means that just like Shipram utthana prapaka, utthana and prapaka, that means sudden onset as well as sudden suppuration of the abscess will be there, and after rupture it discharges yellow color discharge. So yellow color discharge comes out afterwards after rupturing. Then Vagbhata says that this abscess is red, coppery, black in color, associated with thirst, confusion, fever, burning sensation, moha, and sudden onset, and suppurates quickly. He says it suppurates quickly because it is the Pittaja variety, so sudden suppuration will be there. Kashyapa says that the Stanakilaka due to Pitta suppurates and bursts very quickly because Pitta is involved here. So Pitta causes the early or the fast suppuration and bursting of the abscess or Vidradhi. Then all other authors like Bhav Prakasha, Madhav Nidana, Yoga Ratnakar have followed the Sushruta. In Madhukosh commentary, presence of fever and burning sensation from the onset itself and marked severity at the time of suppuration. And in Yoga Ratnakar, instead of black, the yellow color of abscess is mentioned. So in Madhukosha, they says that presence of fever and burning sensation starts from the first day, that is from the beginning of the abscess itself they have mentioned, whereas the color difference is mentioned by Yoga Ratnakara. He has mentioned it is yellowish in color instead of black. Then coming to third variety, which is Kafaja Sthana Vidradi. Kafaja Sthana Vidradi Lakshanas. शरावसादृश्य पाण्डुः शीतः स्तब्ध अल्पवेदना चिरोत्थान प्रपाकश्च सकण्डुश्च कफोत्थितः. Okay, this is mentioned by सुश्रुता. तनुपीता आसीतश्च चैषामस्रावः क्रमशः स्मृतः. पाण्डुकण्डुयूतः कफात् चिरं क्लेशयति. So as per Sushruta, it says that the abscess resembles a sharava, just like a sharava, earthen plate, like reverse plate, that is slightly protuberant in the center with wide base. Base is wide and in the center it is somewhat just like sharava. It is in shape and is yellowish white, cold in touch, stiff, and it has a mild pain. Firm, it has a mild pain. Alpa Vedana develops and suppurates gradually. It takes time for the development as well as for the suppuration. And it has itching, that is kandu, white discharge. And after rupture of the abscess usually ruptured after pakavastha. So after getting rupture, white discharge comes out. Then Vagbhatas have added certain lakshanas like nausea, shivering, stiffness, yawning, anorexia and heaviness. All other kafaja lakshanas they have added. Kashyapa says that Sanakilaka troubles for longer duration. Chiram, Kafa Chiram Kleshayati. Kashyapa has mentioned Kafa Chiram Kleshayati. Chiram means for long duration. Kafa Chiram Kleshayati means Klesha means it troubles. It troubles for long duration. That means its development and suppuration takes long time. Whereas all other authors like Bhaprakasha, Madhanidana, Yoga Ratnakar followed Sushruta, and replacement of smoothness or unctuousness is mentioned by the authors. In place of stiffness they have mentioned smoothness. Then coming to the next variety, which is a Sannipataja Sthana Vidradi. Sannipataja Sthana Vidradi के लक्षण. Clinical features of breast abscess due to Sannipataja. नाना वर्ण रुजास्रावो घाटालो विषमो महान विषमं पच्यते वापि विद्रदिः सन्निपातिका Sankirnaha Sannipatataha is mentioned by Vagbhata. Sushruta says that these abscesses have multiple colors. Nana Varna and Vedana means as it is made up of Sannipataja, it is having all the three doshas. So it has different colors like black, yellow and white. Pains, that is, it has different types of pains also like piercing pains, burning sensation, itching. All the lakshanas of Vata Kapha are present here. And discharges are thin yellow or white. And it is raised, irregular or incurable. This condition or this vidradi is considered as asadhya, incurable, and it suppurates irregularly. Dalhana has added that this may be superficial or deep or raised or flat. Vagbhata says that it has mixed lakshanas. So it has the sanyukta lakshanas or sankirna lakshanas, that means mixed lakshanas of Vata Pitta Kapha are seen here, whereas other authors Bhavaprakasha, Madhanidana, Yoga Ratnakar followed Sushruta. In Madhukash commentary it is explained that in other abscesses pain is present only during suppuration, whereas the pain is continuous in cases of Sannipataja Vidradi. In abscess due to Vata, irregularity is seen only in the suppuration, that too if it is neglected. But in Sannipataja, irregularity is seen in discharges also. Also besides suppuration, moreover this irregular suppuration occurs in spite of treatment. Thus the abscess due to Vataja is curable and the abscess due to Sannipataja is incurable. Even though in Vataja also you will find some irregularity, but that irregularity occurs at the time of suppuration or Pakavastha, whereas in Sannipataja such irregularity is seen from the beginning itself. That's why Vataja Vidradi is considered as curable and Sannipataja Vidradi is considered as incurable or asadhya. So next variety is Abhighataja Sthana Vidradi ke lakshanas. That is the clinical features of Sthana Vidradi or breast abscess due to Abhighataja or injury. As the name itself suggests, the meaning of Abhighata means trauma or injury. So here Sushruta explained like this: तैस्ते तैस्तैर्भावैरभिहते शते वा पथ्यसेवनेन शतोष्मवायुविसृतः सा रक्तं पित्तं मीर्यते ज्वरतृष्णा च दाहश्च जायन्ते तस्य देहिनः एष विद्रधि अगन्तुः पित्तविद्रधिलक्षणः शस्त्राद्याभिघातेन शते वा पथ्यकारिणां शतोष्मवायुविक्षिप्तः स रक्तं पित्तं मीर्यन् पित्तासृक्लक्षणं कुर्यात् विद्रधिं भूर्युपद्रवम्. Sushruta says that the person consuming the apatyahara when gets an injury or wound due to respective causes, like maybe because of fall from the back of horse or any other like strong blow with the blunt weapons, the body parts are crushed and do not bleed due to injury with a sharp weapon causing bleeding. Then the heat of the injury excited or spreads to the stanas along with the vayu upholding the rakta aggravates the pitta. What he says, the upholding the rakta, it aggravates the pitta dosha. So this person suffers from the pittaja lakshanas like fever, jwara, trishna, daha, burning sensation, etc. And these clinical features of abscess due to pitta. So it has the clinical features of abscess due to pitta, like pittaja vidrati saman lakshanas will be seen, but the cause is the abhighata or the injury. First injury leading to the increase of heat which increases the vata, which gets mixed with the rakta, produces which again increases the pitta dosha, produces a symptom just like that of the pittaja vidrati. So next is raktaja vidrati lakshanas. According to Vagbhata, they give similar description and they say that it has mixed clinical features of that of the Pittaja and Raktaja Vidradhi associated with various complications. Here they say that the Lakshanas, just like that of Pittaja and Raktaja Vidradhi Lakshanas, are present in Abhighataja. Along with that, other complications can be seen. Whereas Madhav Nidana, Bhava Prakasha and Yoga Ratnakar, they followed Sushruta. In Madhukosh commentary, it is explained that injury refers to blow by wood, stick, stone, rock, etc., in which body part is crushed without apparent bleeding, or in wound due to incision, excision of the body part, visible bleeding is present. Any injury generates local heat and ischemia. So whenever the injury occurs, it generates the local heat, and ischemia is the loss of blood supply to the tissue. So local ischemia vitiates the vata, which spreads the heat of the injury. So because of the local ischemia, it vitiates the vata dosha and then it spreads the heat of the injury. Thus in this abscess, vata, pitta, rakta all are vitiated. So in this abscess caused by abhighataja, vata, pitta and rakta all are vitiated. However, since it's developed due to the injury, that's why it is named as agantuja vidrati. Since all these three doshas are involved and it is pathogenesis or samprapti is very typical. It's all about the Abhighataja Vidradhi. Next is the Raktaja Sthana Vidradhi. Raktaja Sthana Vidradhi is mentioned only by Vagbhata. So coming to its Lakshanas. Krishna Spota Vrutaha Shavas Tivra Daha Ruja Jwaraha Pitta Lingo Asruja Bahya. So all the authors describing the clinical features of abscess due to rakta have categorizingly said that this does not develop in the breast. So all other authors say that the raktaja vidradhi cannot develop in the breast. However, only Vagbhatas have accepted its presence in the breast. They have mentioned that yes, raktaja vidradhi can also occur in the sthanas, and they have given certain lakshanas like black blisters will develop, Krishna Spota Vruta, and it is blackish shava varna, and it is associated with severe burning sensation. Tivra daha, ruja jwara. Ruja is severe pain, jwara is a fever, and all other symptoms of pitta. Pitta lingas or other features of abscess due to pitta are also seen in this condition. So this completes the Vishishta Lakshanas of each type of Vidrudhi. Coming to its correlation, it's very difficult to establish any correlation of different types of Vidradi, but because of certain lakshanas we have tried to correlate this with different conditions. Like Vataja Vidradi can be correlated with the abscesses having less pus, abscesses having less pus, especially developing over any hard body part near the sensory nerve endings, or which develops very slowly, or chronic abscesses. Whereas the Pittaja Vidradi is probably the description of very acute abscesses with good quantity of pus, especially developing in any soft body parts. The abscess due to kapha simulates just like that of tubercular abscesses, because kaphaja lakshanas are seen here. Due to Sannipataja, it resembles like acute abscess associated with necrosis. The abscesses due to Abhighataja or injury refers to the local suppuration of accumulated blood by pyogenic bacteria, and the abscesses due to Rakta probably refers to a very acute abscess associated with early stage of gangrene. Is this complete the lakshanas of Sanarogas?